Audio check, check, check. Shout out, Lindsay. We love you, honey. Watching for bed. We appreciate it. All right. Good early Saturday morning in Yabba Dabba Doo, sports fans. Welcome back to Edge Sports Arena, Bedford, Massachusetts. Game 2 of this East Coast Wizards seasoning opening showcase between your Pittsburgh Steel City Selects in their traveling blacks, gold trim, and these New England Wildcats in the looks like gray with a combination of red and black. We got some with black pants, some with red pants. We're going to give you 3 15-minute periods early this morning, 2:45 on the warm-up clock. Game 2 Ice looks a little better this morning. It got down to about 65, 70 degrees here last night, so it cooled off. Has not yet warmed up. They cut it after some early morning figure skating, and it froze rather quickly. So we're on a different rink here at Edge Sports Arena. This one froze quickly. We should get a much better game this morning out of the ice surface than we did yesterday. So we'll give you the shot of the warm-up here. I'm going to put her on mute. I will be back in about 2 minutes for puck drop. Happy Saturday. All right, 16 seconds left on the warm-up clock. Let's get some shout-outs out early this morning. Hey, Aaron, if you're in the hole on the Secret Squirrel mission, be careful, my friend. We wish you well. We'll miss you here at the rink. We'll get you back when you're done, buddy. 20 more days. Keep your head down. Keep your nose on the wheel. It'll all be worth it when we're out here yelling woo. Now, I told Zivy and Claherty we need some woos this morning. We'll see if they can get her done for you, buddy. All right. Clock has expired. The girls are picking them up, putting them away, sending them over to the net. It's part of their warm-up here. At the end of the warm-up, they skate out, they stand at the red line and stare at the other team. That's something new this year, so we'll bring you that featured moment when they do it. As they put them in the net, looks like Jim Wachowski's putting them in the bag. Stevens is helping. Actually, she's not. It's Stevens. I can't see who the other one is. And I'm guessing Kanachi's going to take the net this morning. They do rotating goalies here. So the Wildcats are over at their bench ready for final instruction. Our girls are around the net. I think I might have missed that moment where they skate to the red line. It's still early. We're kicking the rust off for the season. We'll get her done. We'll bring it to you at some point. I could tell you all the moms are sitting here freezing. They're saying it's cold here in the rink. It's the way I like my early morning hockey. I'm in my normal shorts and a T-shirt. Wouldn't have it any other way this time of year. As the girls skate over for final instructions from Tyndall, Coiner, and Black. We will get game 2 underway. Wildcats are ready. Mrazek's putting the pucks on the bench. Stripes is ready to go. Ava's mom's in the penalty box. Now let's see who's going to skate out here to get this game underway. It's going to be Kinger, Claherty, and Pilarski out here with Desai and Marshall. Looks like Pilarski's going to try to jump it. Stripes is ready. She didn't time it right. Oh, they got it to her, though. Here comes Pilarski on a break. Pilarski comes in. Couldn't pick up the puck to get the shot off. Puck goes to the left of the net. In the corner, Kinger Kinger battling with a couple of Wildcats. They throw it around the backside. Pilarski gets the jump. She's just not pulling the trigger on it. It's early in the year. Marshall throws it deeper, tried to hit Kinger in front of the net. Couldn't get it through. Pilarski in the far corner, around back. Loses it to a Wildcat. They stop, they turn, they come up the far wall. Send it back into the center. Clardy cut that off. Turns before the red line, comes back the other way. Clardy dancing around, can't get the shot off in the near corner. Pilarski. Marshall holds it there, sends it deeper to Pilarski. Back to Marshall, cannot hold the point. They're going to retreat. And Desai's going to race down the wall and pick it up behind Kanachi. Coming around up the far wall, sends it bouncing, cut off by a Wildcat. Clardy stops, picks it up, pushes it ahead. Pilarski battling on the wall. There come the Wildcats. Back, Desai, ahead, over to Clardy. Clardy up the wall. See Stevens jumping on us. Clardy's going to head to the bench. Stevens is on with bar fight. Kiesel and Zivy in the backyard. Makasenka comes out here to join them. Around behind the goaltender. Bar fight, chasing over there. Can't quite pick it up. Wildcats throw it. It's going to go all the way down. Odd angle, no icing. And Kiesel's going to pick it up in front of Kanachi. Sends it up the wall. Cannot get it past that Wildcat. Makasenka picks it up. Makasenka tries to look ahead for bar fight. Can't get it through. Now she does. Tipped by a Wildcat. They chip it by Zivkovic over to Kiesel. Kiesel in the backyard. Up off the wall. Here comes Stevens. Stevens gets around one. Down the far wall. Loses the handle. Picks it back up. Stevens drops it. Cannot get it to Makasenka. Makasenka loses it to a Wildcat far corner. Barfight going to go apply some pressure. Send it over to the wall. Kiesel. Kiesel goes and picks it up there. Kiesel and a Wildcat go down. They're up. They send it all the way back down. Stripes waves off the icing. Kiesel shakes off some cobwebs and gets up and comes down the near wall. They throw it too far. Makasenka's going to have to hurry to catch up. She can't get there. And we're going to get an icing. 12:58. We'll come back down here. We're going to go to the far circle. We've got Schuler and Dull in the backyard. Detling, Yenny, and Mrazek up front. Line number 3. Mrazek steps in to take this draw. Sends it over to Dull. Dull up the wall. Gets it ahead. Detling's going to have to race. She should get there with a chance to do something with it. Detling, shot off the side of the net. Angle was tough. Sends it up the wall. Dull knocks it deeper. Yenny going to go to work behind the net. Yenny. Battling. Wildcat takes it off her. Comes up the near wall. Centers. Loses it in the center. They send it up ahead. The arm is raised, and that will be an icing. Back the other way. Beard, if you're out there, I hope you're having a Mighty Oak adventure. It's early. You might already be out on the water. Mrazek, Detling, Yenny. Schuler and Dull. Tommy D, we miss you too on the trip. No dad's steak night this week. My crew's missing. Yenny. Yenny battling at the blue line. Kicking. 3, 4 Wildcats. Lots of sticks. As Detling falls on the puck. She gets up. Wildcats pick it up near wall. They send it back the other way. Past Schuler. All the way back behind Kanachi. Dull. Dull picks it up there. Around to the far side with 12:07 to go. Dull battling on the wall. Good battle over there. She gets knocked down. Mrazek comes out of there with the puck. Can't get it. Now Dull picks it up. Dull looking up. Can't quite get his handle on him. Sends it across to Mrazek. Mrazek pokes it through to Yenny. Here comes Yenny up the far wall. Yenny with 3 Wildcats back. Forgets the puck at the blue line. They chip it back the other way. They clear it in, and this one comes out. Marshall waits for Yenny to get out. Throws it in behind the goaltender. We got the Wilkes-Barre line out here now. Moss, Warner. Shannon should be jumping out with her, and here she comes. Loose in front around the backside. We got Moss working behind the net. Moss throws it through the goal mouth. Wildcats clear. Oh, it tipped it over to the near wall. Shannon. Shannon's going to pick it up, send it deeper. Warner going to go to work behind the net with a couple of Wildcats. Warner comes out of there with it. Nobody in front of the net. Throws it up high for Marshall. Marshall whips a shot high over the crossbar to the left side. Moss battling over there. Now Warner jumps it. Bouncing puck high. It's going to come back to neutral. Marshall turns on the Jets. Cannot get around that girl. Pushes her out of the way. Pushes her to the corner. Battling there. They throw it in front. Desai tipped it ahead. Shannon can't quite catch up. Here come the Wildcats back the other way. Good pace to this game early. As this puck's going to come around. I got a thanks for the stream link from somebody. I think that's my boys Frank and Jeff. Got a text message. Can't read it, guys. Send it across the side of the wall. Marshall. Marshall picks it up, flips it high. Past that Wildcat. Shannon. Shannon in deep. Coming down the near side. Shannon can't dance through. Tried to put it through the legs. Couldn't do it. They lose it in the corner. Moss. Moss going to battle. This Wilkes-Barre line been out here a while. We got to get him off. Moss battling hard in the corner. Wildcats take it away. Shannon picks it up there. Shannon puts it back for Moss. Wildcats going to pick it up in the near corner. They skate around Moss. Up, now they put it in the corner. Moss picks it up, sends it deeper. They send it across and it overskates it. Kiesel picks it up in mid-ice. Kiesel throws it back into the near corner. That should let the Wilkes-Barre line get off. I see Shannon heading over. I see Moss heading over. We got Claherty and Kinger comes out. Pilarski's already out. Zivy and Kiesel in the backyard now as Kinger sends it back to Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up, comes up the near wall. Kiesel sends it ahead for Claherty. Too far. Claherty going to go dig in the corner with a girl twice her size. She overskates it. They send it around in the near corner. Kinger, low, Pilarski. Pilarski around back, couldn't get it to Claherty. Here they come back the other way. Wildcats up the near side. Kiesel steering her to the corner, cuts across, gets the puck in behind the net. Canacci pushes it into the corner. Or Kinger's going to pick it up. Kinger ahead to Claherty. Claherty with two Wildcats back. Claherty up the near wall. Claherty getting around one. Kinger trailing. Claherty dances across in front. Claherty with the backhand just over the crossbar and up into the protective netting with 9:15 to go. They send it across to the far circle. Claherty, Kinger, and Pilarski. Schuler and Dahl replace the backyard team early on a Saturday morning here in Bedford, Mass. Kinger over to Pilarski. Pilarski back in. King's feet dies on the dot. They're battling there. Wildcats pick it up there. Dahl chips it to Claherty. Claherty cannot hold it. Pilarski. Pilarski skates across. Comes Pilarski with room. Gets around two Wildcats. Shoots. Misses everything near side Kinger. Kinger's going to pick it up there. Throw it around behind. No. Wildcats cut that off. Come back the other way. They send it ahead. Too far. Dahl's going to chip it back to neutral. Couple of Wildcats and Dahl. Dahl knocks it down Pilarski. Pilarski ahead for Kinger. Kinger through neutral. Heavy pressure. Four Wildcats. Kinger held it. Lost her. No, that was a Wildcat that lost the stick. Now Schuler can't quite hold it. Bar fight tips it back the other way, and Schuler's going to pick it up top of the backyard. Schuler looking up. Trying to hit Stevens. She does. Here comes Stevens over to Bar fight. Bar fight down the far side. Loses the puck. Bar fight picks it up there. They tip it. Stevens and Makasenka there. Stevens throws it lower off a Wildcat stick. Bar fight going to chase in the corner. Stevens cuts that off. Stevens looking high. Hits Desai. Desai can't hold it. This is going to turn it. No, not a break as Desai chipped it over to Marshall. Marshall turns, circles, come back the other way. Marshall spins. Stops, turns, looks. Down the far wall. Stevens called for it up high. Can't quite get it to her. Marshall loses the puck behind the net as Bar fight went sliding through the top of the zone. Desai sends it lower to Makasenka. Makasenka loses it in her feet. Bar fight going to go chase it down back there. Bar fight out to Stevens. Stevens dancing with it. She can't maintain the puck. Wildcats far corner. Here they come up back through neutral. They throw it up. Now they're going to clear it. They send it up. Makasenka cut that off. Wildcat chasing over to the far side. Makasenka lifts a stick. They continue to battle. Desai picks it up there. Desai comes around. Stops, turns, throws it up to Stevens. Stevens leaves it for Mrazek. Here comes Mrazek through the center of the zone. Stevens heads to the bench. Mrazek up the near side. Can't get a shot off in behind the goaltender. Mrazek chases behind. Stops the puck. Yenny, Mrazek, and Detling out here now with Kiesel and Zivy in the backyard. Kiesel holds it on the point. They battle on the wall. Detling. They send it lower. In behind the net. You chip it up past stripes. Zivkovic can't hold. Kiesel's going to skate over, but after retreat as they started a rush. Zivkovic battling. Wildcats send it ahead. Kiesel's going to go chase that down in the corner. She's got the position. Takes it behind Canacci. Kiesel up the near wall. Puts it up ahead. Too far for Yenny, and that will be an icing. 6:41 will come back down here. Get some coffee and keep going. These early morning games powered by Starbucks and protein drinks. They chip it out to the point. Wildcats hold. Send it in deeper. Zivkovic can't hold it as Detling comes flying through the zone here on her knees. Wildcats in behind Canacci around the backside. They try the old wraparound. It got loose in front. Canacci got a pad on that, knocked it into the near corner. Behind stripes, up to the point. Detling applying some pressure to that player. Loose in front. Kanachi says no and holds on for the rebound. Point blank shot from inside the near circle here. Kanachi held it in her chest, covered it up. We're going to get a draw. Out comes Kinger, Claherty, Pilarski with Dull and Schuler out back. This draw goes into the near corner where the Wildcats corral it. They chip it into the corner. Now they come out. They try to center. Cut off by Dull. Dull knocks it ahead to Pilarski. Here comes Pilarski with Claherty and Kinger. They're racing 3-on-2. Over to Kinger. Kinger down the near side, and Claherty was offsides. 6 flat. We're going to come here to the near dot for this draw. As Claherty jumped the line just a few seconds too early. Pilarski's going to take this one. Pilarski beats and bangs on it. It's in Stripes' feet. She knocks it into the zone. Wildcats send it D to D. Claherty tried to jump that. Couldn't. Pilarski will. Pilarski holds it down to Claherty. Claherty skates across with it. Through the zone. Stick lifted. Pulled down. No call. And they're going to throw it back the other way. And that will be an icing. Claherty got pulled down coming across the center there. They didn't call that. So we'll come back here to the far circle for this draw. 18 of you early on a Saturday. I'm grateful as always, including Lindsay Vitodian for bed. Lindsay was a player on our 14U Black team last year. She's playing 14U Black this year. She loves the game, so she's watching from bed. Pilarski puts it behind. Kinger chases it down there. Now Claherty. Kinger comes out front. Izzy King with the backhand short side. And it's 1-0 Steel City. Kinger brought it off the end wall, backhanded it into the short side. And it's 1-0 Steel City. So King, Pilarski, and Claherty connect with Schuler and Dull in the backyard, and it is now 1-0 Selects. Here comes Stevens, Makasenka, and Barfight. Barfight going to take this draw. We got Makasenka going to try to break. It didn't work. Stevens comes out of there with it. No, Makasenka does. Makasenka stops, turns, backhands it up the wall. Too far for Stevens. They continue to battle. Oh, Makasenka throws an elbow up high. Makasenka getting a little elbowy up high. As we've got Desai and Barfight battling at the line. They send it back to neutral. They chip it by Barfight now. Marshall's going to pick it up there. Marshall around the backside. Looking up. Cannot get it to anybody, and she loses the puck in her stick, and here come the Wildcats back the other way. It drifts in slowly on Kanachi, and Barfight makes sure that girl can't get there. Kanachi covers it up for 59 to go, first period. Kiesel and Zivy join the backyard. Looks like we're going to leave the front line. Barfight with the drop, pushes it into the center of the zone. Wildcats push it up to the far point. Shot from there, doesn't get all the way through. Kanachi it bounced down in front of Kanachi, and she used some goalie goaltending equipment to move it out of the way. Got an odd bounce, crossbar wall, and it came all the way back. Lively glass this morning as Makasenka picks it up. Makasenka skates across the top, puts it too far for Stevens. It's going to go in behind the net where the Wildcats are going to pick it up, go back the other way. Shannon stopped that, knocked her down. Actually, it was Warner. Warner got knocked down. Warner and Moss are out here. Stevens trapped with the Wilkes-Barre line. Got to get her off. She should get a chance right here to do that as the Wildcats are going to dump. Stevens is going to head to the bench. That'll get Moss out here to join, or that'll get Shannon out here to join Warner and Moss. As Moss picks it up, try to get it ahead to Warner. She does. Warner up the near side. Warner chips it in deep around the back where the Wildcats are going to pick it up. They send it over into the near corner. Warner beats and bangs and sends it deeper. They try to hold it. Can't. Here they come 2-on-2. Schuler knocked that player off the puck. Dahl takes it away. Wildcats pick it back up. They stop. They turn. They throw it. Too far for Warner. Wildcat coming off the bench. Going to pick this up. I can tell you this ice is getting snowy. Awful early. We'll see if the conditions hold. This ice was very snowy yesterday on the other sheet here. Schuler battling. Tried to get it out to Moss. Shannon chips it out. They chip it back in. Delayed offsides. They clear it out. Now Moss. Moss ahead. She does get it to Shannon. Here comes Shannon down the near wall. Shannon gets a shot off blocked. In behind the net. And now they're going to send it up the wall. Schuler can't hold it. And the Wildcats are going to chip it. Dahl has position and speed. Dahl's going to get the puck there. Heavy pressure from that stick. Going to pick it up, knock it back the other way to Moss. Moss can't clear it out. Wildcats hold. They're going to send it in. Shot doesn't get all the way through. Schuler knocks that down. As we're going to get a call here as Schuler got pulled down. We're going to get a call here on the Wildcats, and that should do it. We're going to get a call on the Wildcats. Oh, we're going to get a tripping call on the Wildcats as Schuler went down. So we're going to get our first look at the power play here for the season. Looks like Stevens, Marshall, Kinger, Pilarski, and Clardy. See if they can tee up Stevens for a wicked slap shot. That's where the name of the channel comes from. Years ago, she started ripping them. She won hardest shot at a tournament one year, and that's where the channel name came from. So Pilarski knocks it over to Clardy. It's loose down low. Clardy battling for it. They're going to chip it out to the point. Marshall, they're teed up. Here comes Stevens. Marshall couldn't get it on her stick. She was teed up for it. Stevens back to Marshall. Marshall throws it in front, hit Pilarski. They're going to pick it up. Icing is legal. New rule this year at 16U. But it hit a leg, and Marshall retreats. Stevens was teed up for the one-timer over there. She called for it. Marshall just dropped it behind her a little bit. This one comes up the near wall of Clardy. Clardy in front. Can't quite get in front of the net. Stevens is open. Clardy puts it out to her. Stevens rips it. Low, missed to the near side. Got to shoot low for the rebound. She did that and missed the net. This one comes across. Wildcats pick it up there. We've got 45 seconds to go. Half the power play has expired as Marshall picks it up. We're going to start coming up on the break. Marshall looks ahead, hits Pilarski. Pilarski. They're leaving Stevens uncovered. We'll see. Pilarski all the way around. Stevens is open. It's a big cross-ice pass. She gets it there. Stevens fell down. Pilarski hit her. Stevens fell down. They retreat. Marshall loses it. Now Kinger leaves it for Clardy. Clardy up the near wall. Clardy shouldered off the puck in a good, clean hockey hit. Pilarski picks it up there. Marshall can't quite corral it. Pilarski picks it up. Pilarski can't hold it. It's in the chest of a Wildcat. Sends it deeper with 5 to go, and that's going to kill the power play. So they had a couple of opportunities. Marshall dropped it low to Stevens, who couldn't pull a one-timer. Then Pilarski hit her, and she couldn't quite handle it and fell down. Now Yanni's going to chip it out as Coach Black retreats on the bench, and that puck goes up into the Selects bench. And Schilling reminds me in the chat that I forgot to call it the Powerball Power Play. They pay me nothing for that, but it's fun, so I say it. Mrazek, Detling, and Yanni out here now. As the Wildcats chip it ahead. Kiesel and Zivy in the backyard. Kiesel can't quite chip it ahead. We're going to get a no call there. That could have been a trip on Niner. Niner around back hit the wall, and she sends it all the way through behind stripes. She follows it, chips it ahead. Too far for Yanni, but Detling's going to go chase it. Wildcats are going to pick it up there with 43 to go. Send it up to that Wildcat, into that Wildcat's feet. Now here they come the other way. As Kiesel stands her up and takes the puck away. That's a hit Dad would be proud of. We got Detling plastering a girl to the wall. 27 to go. Kiesel digging, trying to find the puck. It comes back to Mrazek. Mrazek up. Yanni couldn't handle it. Got cut off. Now Zivkovic can't handle it. And Wildcats sent it back the other way. Kiesel stood that player up and took the puck away in a good, clean, aggressive hockey hit. Detling sends it back the other way. Wildcats pick it up with 8 to go. It's going to bounce down into the zone. And if I'm Kiesel, I'd take this behind Kanachi and kill the period. But that's not the way we play. Mrazek up. Turns it over at the top of the zone. They chip it out. And that'll do it. Period number 1's over. Good first period. We're up 1-0 on a goal by Kinger. We'll be back for 2. No retirement on the icing call there, Dahl. I've called it several times. You're just not paying attention because you're in your secret squirrel mission. But we're calling it as the icing. I just don't have you and the beard here to yell it in the rink, so it doesn't have the same impact. But I'm using the call, brother. I'm using it. So Schilling wants a shout out to the sponsors, Starbucks protein bars, and I'm not sure about Baldwin High School, although Schilling and I did go to Baldwin High School together. We didn't know each other back then. All right, Makasenka and Stevens out here with bar fight. As bar fight tries to jump the face-off, didn't work. Got a pile of bodies in the front here. Schuler and Dahl in the backyard. Makasenka had the bar fight. She can't handle it. Stripes in the way. We printed that on a hoodie last year. This puck down the far wall. Makasenka going to go chase it out there. They chip it up the wall. Bar fight's going to hold it. She circles, comes in front with it. Bar fight backhand, can't get it through. Oh, it goes over Stevens' stick out to Schuler. Schuler cranks one, hits a Wildcat in the leg. She sends it lower. This one, no, Schuler held it. They turn, and the Wildcats are going to pick it up there. Kylie Makasenka battling for it. Bar fight, skates by Stevens. Stevens comes out of there with it. Stevens dancing in behind the net. Oh, she centers it. Dahl up high. Oh, Dahl can't handle it. She shakes her head and chases it down the wall. This girl from the Wildcats has a burst of speed. Dahl gets there first. Around the back. Oh, Dahl gets leveled. We're going to get a call on the Wildcats. That power play's coming back out. And Dahl's fine. She's up. We're going to get a call here on the Wildcats. Well, let's see what the call's going to be. As Stripes skates over. Wildcat to the box for roughing. Roughing on Dahl and Claherty, Pilarski and Stevens. Marshall and Kinger come out here. Let's see if we can get that wicked slap shot teed up. 14:01 to go. Get the clock in line. Over to Kinger. Kinger over to Marshall. Marshall over to Stevens. No room. Stevens tries to poke it deeper. Recovers. Chops at it. Claherty chips it out to Marshall. Marshall whacks at it. Hits somebody in the leg. Now Pilarski skates out. Covers. Pilarski out to the near point. Pilarski trying to get it low to Kinger. Can't. Stevens on the wall. Sends it low. Pilarski around back to Kinger. See if we can get her set up. Stevens has room. Pilarski top right corner from the near circle. And it's 2-0 Steel City. Pilarski skates in and went top right corner. That goaltender never saw it. 2-0 Steel City on a power play goal by Pilarski. 13:31 the palindrome time. Second period power play goal. And I'm not sure what these little purple things are in the chat. Schilling's purple number 1 and Dahl's purple number 2. I have no idea what that means. That's something new this year. We got Detling out here now with Shannon. Oh, I'm sorry, no, it's Warner, Shannon, and Moss, the Wilkes-Barre line. Marshall and Desai. Loose in front. Canacci steers that into the corner. Shannon around back. Throws it up off Warner's skates. They hold it. Canacci gets more lumber on that one. Knocks it over the far side. Canacci's a very active goaltender. We've got two different goaltenders on this team. Ava's a space goaltender. She plays her spots really well. Canacci's a really active goaltender. We're going to get a call here. Not quite sure what it's going to be. We're going to bring it back here. I'm not sure what that call was, unless the puck bounced up high into the netting. I didn't see it. 13:06. I'm going to get the clock back in line. As Desai sends it up ahead for Moss. Moss pokes it out high up into the bench. We're going to get another whistle with 12:58. I'm a couple seconds ahead. I'm trying to get caught back up. Schilling, you're a good internet guy. If you understand what these purple things are in the chat, let me know. Because this one pops back the other way. Now they send it in behind Canacci. She directs Marshall into the near corner. Marshall goes over there to get it. Whips it back behind Canacci to Desai. Desai picks it up there. Throws a pass through the zone. It comes off the skate to Shannon. Shannon picks it up. Shannon up the near wall. Canes the red line. Throws it deeper. And this one bounces in behind. Now that's Warner. Warner out to Desai at the point. Desai throws it in front. Moss there can't get a stick on it. Over to the far corner. Moss stops, turns, throws it out to the point. Marshall throws it deeper to Shannon. Shannon was loose in front, couldn't do anything with it. Warner overskated. It's still sitting on the doorstep. Nobody could get it. The action overskated it. Comes back to neutral where Desai picks it up. Desai stops, turns, reverses direction. Nice little spin move. Throws it up ahead to Moss off her stick into the zone. Wildcats throw it back the other way. Marshall knocks that down. Marshall whips it in behind the goaltender, who knocks it down with her paddle. 11:56. They throw it ahead. Zivkovic cuts it off, sends it back in, and now the Wildcats skate it out. Mrazek stands that player up at the line. Mrazek, Yenny, Detling out here now with Kiesel and Zivy. Puck in on Kanachi. Kanachi's going to decide to cover it up with 11:41 to go. We're going to get a stoppage and a face-off. Niner's going to take this on the far side. She leaves it for the Wildcats out to the far point. Shot from there. Gets all the way through. Hits somebody up high. Might have been the Niner. They throw it around behind, and this one comes into the center. They poke it back to the far point. Shot from there. Knocked down by Kiesel. That shot knocked down by a combination of Kiesel and Mrazek. Shot there. Misses badly to the near side. All the way around behind Stripes. Zivkovic going to go apply pressure. Yenny got a stick in there. Kiesel's going to go clean it up behind Kanachi. They shut the air conditioning off in here finally, and it quieted down a little bit. They send it over to Detling. Detling with room. Detling shoots. Tipped by a Wildcat into the near corner. They battle there, Mrazek. Yenny comes over to help. A couple of Wildcats involved. Beating, banging, battling. Somebody fell down back there. I think that was Detling. Now it goes around. Detling still battling up ahead to Yenny. Yenny centers it to Detling. Detling with the shot. Can't quite connect. It's loose in front. Detling battling hard back there. That was Mrazek that fell down, not Detling. Joey, I don't know if you're out there. I don't know if you got an RJ game this morning or not, but if you are, hello. Mrazek shot. Yenny couldn't get a stick on it. Zivkovic throws it around behind. Pilarski takes a big hit in the corner and goes down. She's up. She's fine. As this puck goes around behind Pilarski. Pilarski centers for Detling. Yenny in front shoots. Goaltender with the cover. And they're buzzing around that net. As Clardy and Kinger are going to jump on with Pilarski. Schuler and Dahl pick up the backyard. 22 of you now. Early on a Saturday morning. Kinger going to take this draw. Kinger puts it over to the wall, and she holds it, sends it deeper. Clardy going to go battle back there. Clardy sends it around for Pilarski. Pilarski back to Clardy. Clardy trying to hit King in front. King's loose in front. Izzy King. 3-0 still sitting on a pass from Clardy into the front. Kinger shot, rebound, picked up her own rebound and dropped it in the low right side of that goal. And it's 3-0 on another goal by Kinger. So Kinger with 2, Pilarski with 1, and this line's producing this morning. So apparently Schilling is telling me that these purple things are the leaders in my live chat. He's the leader, and Dahl is in second. So that's like a competition within the competition there. I know Aaron, if that's actually him and not Kelly, he's going to start typing to try to overtake Schilling. This one drops. Kinger picks it up there. Kinger skates in under heavy pressure. Loses the puck. Stops, turns. Dahl picks it up. Dahl throws it off the wall to Kinger. Kinger behind the net. Wildcat's going to pick it up there. Knocked down by Clardy. Clardy back to Kinger in the corner. Kinger back to Clardy. Pilarski in there now. They send it all the way around. Schuler's going to go over, try to hold. She does. Sends it low to Clardy. Clardy backdoor pass, trying to hit Kinger. Didn't work. Clardy. They lose it over to the wall. Wildcats send it across. Dahl stepped up. Stopped the player, but not the puck. Pilarski picks it up. Comes into the zone up the wall. Pilarski down the near wall behind Stripes. Still skating with it. Pilarski still skating with it. Pilarski puts it out to Dahl. Dahl with room. Dahl shot. Knocked down by a Wildcat. It is Kelly. It's not Aaron. Aaron's in his hole on his secret squirrel mission. Shot from the point by the side. Knocked down by the goaltender. Dahl in the corner. So, Kelly, you're going to have to hold up for Aaron. I know you haven't seen him much lately. He's out doing important things. Shot through the center. Nobody could tip it. Bar fight's on now with him. As Marshall and Desai are in the backyard. Desai picks it up here. Here she comes up the wall, up the ice. Kinger and Clawhardy still out here. They've been out here a long time. Clawhardy's finally going to head to the bench. Kinger. That's going to get Stevens on. Kinger needs to get off to get Makasenka out here. Stevens applies some pressure. They send it back the other way. Kinger finally hits the bench to bring Makasenka out as this puck comes up the near wall. They skate around Desai. She pushes her into the back behind Kanachi. Marshall joins the play now. They send it out to the near point. Makasenka tries to block. Can't. Puck up high. Off the top of the net, in behind. Barfight's going to go pick it up behind Stripes. Barfight can't chip it ahead. Marshall battling now. Loose in front. Stevens chips it to the near corner, where the Wildcats are going to pick it up near point. Shot. Kanachi gets some lumber on that one. It's loose in front. Kanachi with the cover. And it's 3-0 with 7:31 to go. So this line's going to come off, and out comes Detling, Mrazek, and Yanni. We're going to keep Marshall and Desai in the backyard. Detling's going to step in and take this draw. Dies on the dot. She pushes that player over. They send it across to Yanni. She chips it out. Yanni with the backhand, too far ahead for the Niner. And Stripes is going to call an icing. So we'll come back the other way on this one. I can tell you this trip is not the same without the Dull boys. We're missing Dave and Aaron on this one. For those who don't know, Dave's Aaron's dad. He's one of our biggest fans. He travels with Ron, and Kelly. Detling. They send it out. Kanachi on a shot from the point. Covers that one up. 7:18. Second period. Tana's cold. She's freezing. As I stand here in shorts and a t-shirt. Shot cut across, and Niner took that away as Niner pushes that player off the puck. Marshall stops, turns, spins, sends it ahead. Wildcats pick it up back the other way, and they're going to stop, cut it off the side. Chips it off the wall for Mrazek. Mrazek picks a puck up, chips it by that Wildcat into the corner. Mrazek centers. Nobody there. Yeti! Yeti can't pull the trigger. It's loose in front. Detling couldn't get a stick on her. Her stick was lifted. Detling near corner. Detling out to the point to Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it. Missed to the far side. Somebody tipped it, knocked it down. Wildcats pick it up there. Wildcats up the far wall. They chip it by Marshall. It's going to go all the way down. They're going to wave off the icing on that tip. Wildcats going to get there ahead of Marshall. She had position on her, though, and took the puck away. Detling and Marshall come out of that corner with it. Detling into the center. Zivkovic. Zivkovic chips it ahead for Yanni. Yanni chips it ahead. Wildcats pick it up at neutral. Wildcats stop, turn, throw it the other way. Marshall chips it off the stick. They leave it there. Shot! Kanachi got nothing on that one because she didn't need to. Miss far side. Around to Mrazek. Mrazek picks it up there. Mrazek on the backhand. Tries to knock it ahead to Warner. She does. Warner puts it ahead to Yanni. And the Wildcats are going to pick it up the other way as Marshall pushes that player off the puck. They send it in deeper. That'll let the rest of the Wilkes-Barre line jump out as the Wildcats goalie leaves it dangerously in front of the net. Caught us in a change, though, so nobody can capitalize as it goes back the other way. Kiesel gets pulled down. No call. Oh, yeah, we are going to get a call. We're going to get a penalty on the trip as they pull down Kiesel. Chasing for the puck. Or is that icing or penalty? Oh, icing. I thought he was calling the trip. He just called icing. Early season miscues here on the live stream. We're calling icing. I thought they were calling the trip. My apologies. So the Wilkes-Barre line's going to stay, and their Wildcats are going to take it in behind their goaltender. Pick it up, send it up the wall. They're going to chip it all the way ahead. They got the tip. That'll wave off the icing as Kiesel's going to go chase it down there. Kiesel with the position. Knocked the Wildcat player over. Still battling. Sends the puck up the wall to Moss. Moss has Shannon breaking out. Can't quite get it through as this one comes out. Moss chips it ahead. Still battling. Warner knocks it into the zone. Warner was probably offsides on herself. Stripes didn't see it as Moss and Warner battle over there. Now it comes out into the center of the zone. Wildcats pick it up, send it past Zivkovic. Kiesel will go chase it down. Kiesel in front of Kanachi. Kiesel with a burst of speed, catching him in a change. Here she comes. Kiesel up the far side. Kiesel still skating. Kiesel centers it across to Shannon. Shannon rips it off the chest of the goalie. Great pass from Kiesel. Oh, we're getting a penalty here on Shannon. Shannon with the trip as Canacci covers it up. I think we're going to get Shannon here on a trip. Stripes is going to head over to the bin, and they are going to, in fact, call Shannon for a trip. So this penalty kill will be, I see Schuler coming out. I see Dahl. And they're going to send out Barfight and Makasenka to kill this penalty. With 4:46 to go, Shannon's going to sit in the bin. Minute 30 for tripping. As Makasenka picks it up, chips it over to the wall. She follows it, can't quite knock it out. She's still whacking at it, can't knock it out. She's killing it on the wall. That's good enough. She's got a hip in her belly, holding her to the wall. Now Dahl picks it up. They're battling in the corner. Dahl. Remember, icing is legal now this year. USA Hockey changed these rules. As that puck drifts out slowly, all the way back down. In behind the net. They tip it ahead. Barfight can't get a stick on it. And here come the Wildcats 3-on-3. Down the near wall. Dahl. Dahl separates that player from the puck. Barfight picks it up, sends it around the back. Chips it off a Wildcat skate. Barfight tips it ahead. Makasenka tips it, can't kick it out. Knock it out, and shot knocked down. Schuler picks it up, sends it over to the near corner. Wildcats there. Throw it in front. Schuler knocks that down. Schuler bounces it off the wall to Makasenka. Makasenka can't quite catch up to it. And here comes the puck. Barfight. Barfight stops, turns, heavy pressure. Barfight knocks it out. Back to neutral. They send it in through the Wildcats. Dahl. Barfight into the corner, sends it around behind. We got 15 seconds in the penalty. Makasenka can't backhand it out. Barfight Schuler overskates. The 19 and the 18 confused me. Loose in front, Dahl knocked it down. Loose in behind Canacci. Schuler. Around back for Dahl. Dahl. Bounces it high up off the glass. Can't quite hold it out. Penalty over. Pilarski jumps on with Barfight and Makasenka. There comes Pilarski. Pilarski gets around one player to beat. Pilarski beats that one player. Pilarski gets pulled down. Still got the shot off, and we're going to get a penalty here as they pulled Pilarski down as she was charging in. So I think they're going to give her a penalty shot. They're talking about a penalty shot here. We might get a penalty shot. We're getting a penalty shot. Pilarski's going to get a penalty shot. They're taking her out of the box. They're going to give her a penalty shot. She was going in unabated, and they pulled her down. So in this game, that is a penalty shot. 2:52. Pilarski going to line up. Donnie with his phone out, taking a video. There she goes. There's your view. Pilarski dancing. Pilarski top right corner on the backhand. And it's 4-0 Steel City. She did a little dive in front of the bench. I don't know. We can't get these dads to woo. We're missing the beard and Dahl. Would be wooing for that one. All right, Clardy, Pilarski, and Kinger. It's 4-0. Kinger jumps up the right side on the faceoff. Kinger, in her feet, still dancing with it. Kinger out front, backhand off the goalie. She follows it. Send it around. Kinger and Pilarski, 2 each. They put it in front. Clardy knocked that one down. Wildcats pick it up, come back the other way. Marshall stands him up at the line. Kinger can't hold it. Here come the Wildcats. They overskate. They got some room. They chip it across. And someone got a stick on that side, knocked it to the far corner. Marshall goes and battles. Kinger up the wall. Can't hold it. Now Pilarski sends it ahead to Clardy. Clardy one to beat. Can't hold the puck. Pilarski picks it up. Clardy was offsides. They didn't call it. Clardy chips at it. This one goes across, and Marshall can't hold it. Pilarski turns and whacks it deeper. Clardy backhands, misses everything. Kinger over to the far wall. Kinger leaves it for Marshall. Marshall throws it in deeper off the goaltender into the near corner. Kinger. 1:21 to go. Kinger down deep. They chip it by everybody. Wildcats pick it up near corner. Wildcats send it up the side. Desai can't hold it. Zivkovic regroups. Zivkovic throws it across for Claherty. Claherty with Barfight trailing. Kinger can't hold it, and here they come back the other way. They chip it all the way down, and he waved it off. Not sure why. She was behind the red line. That should have been an icing. As Zivkovic looks for pressure here. Zivkovic sends it up to Stevens. Stevens gets her skates pulled out from underneath her. She's up. She's fine. She's checking her stick, checking the other player. As Wildcats with a shot. Kanachi knocked that to the near corner, far corner rather. And this one comes across to Kiesel. Kiesel skates. There's 4 of them coming on 2. Kiesel up the near side. Kiesel drops it for Stevens. Stevens rips a shot off the blocker into the near corner. Out to Zivkovic at the point. Can't hold it. Zivkovic sends it back to Makasenka. It's loose. Stevens cuts it off center ice. Sends it ahead too far for Barfight. 15 seconds into the far corner. Barfight picks it up there. Sends it behind the net. Makasenka's going to go battle. 9 seconds to go. Makasenka sends it out front. Goes by everybody. Back to neutral. And Kiesel's going to chase this one down. Take it all the way behind Kanachi, and that'll kill the period. We played 2. It's 4-0 Steel City. 2 from Pilarski, 2 from Kinger. We'll be back for 3. All right, coming out, period number 3, Detling, Mrazek, Yenny. Schuller and Dahl in the backyard. Getting ready to go. Kanachi to my left. One more period before we go back to the hotel and get the breakfast. You'll see Donnie walking out, shaking the bleachers. Detling takes this draw. Mrazek tried to jump it. She got there. They cut her off going through the middle. They're getting wise to this face-off play. Yenny in the corner. They send it out to Schuller. Schuller holds, sends it deeper. Yenny in the center. Can't quite corral it. Sends it over to the wall. Yenny battling hard. Dahl sends it deeper. Niner back there. Niner with the backhand. Gets it through to Schuller. Yenny. Puck loose in front. Still loose. They're beating. They're banging. They can't quite corral it over to the wall. This one bounces out, and Schuller is going to chase it. Top of the backyard. Schuller dances around one. Wildcat loses it. That Wildcat picks it up, sends it back the other way, but Dahl cleans it up. Dahl bounces it ahead to Yenny. Yenny can't corral it. Now she does. Try to put it ahead to Niner, and Niner can't handle it. It was too far. And this one goes all the way back the other way, and Kanachi's going to leave it for Schuller. Schuller around the backyard sends a dangerous pass through the center. Too far for Detling. And now they're going to go pick it up in the near corner, the Wildcats will. Wildcats stop, turn, throw it up the near wall. Marshall skates over. Marshall corrals it at neutral. Picks it back up. Whips it ahead. Tries to hit Warner. Can't quite get it through on a tip by a Wildcat. And they send it back the other way. Desai picks it up. Desai. Across for Yenny. Desai was off sides. They didn't call it. And now we got Yenny. Yenny going to knock it deeper. Wildcats going to knock it. Yenny can't hold it. That one goes in, and that one will be on offsides. 13-29. Third period. Tana's blue. She's frozen. I'm not making fun of you, Tana. I'm reporting what I see. Warner battles it across to Shannon. Shannon over to Moss. Can't get it through. They're skating up with it. They poke it off of that player's stick. They overskate. Warner knocks it ahead. Here comes Moss. Moss with two back. Moss gets a shot off tipped into the near corner. Moss picks it up there. Drops it back. Can't quite get it to Marshall. They chip it by Marshall, and here they come up the near wall. Desai skates back. Desai stops, turns, throws it back the other way. Donnie's back. They battle here with the puck. They send it ahead. Marshall directed traffic, trying to get somebody to break. Chips it ahead to Desai. Desai sends it ahead. Can't quite hit Moss. Now Moss picks it up. Moss with Shannon. Moss puts it over to Shannon. Shannon kicks it over into the near corner. Couldn't quite handle it. Shannon pushes that player into the wall. Warner across for Desai. Desai through her legs. Stops, turns. Gets a shot off. It's loose in front. Warner can't get a stick on it. Warner gets chopped and knocked into the wall. Player lands on top of her. You know Warner's going to come up aggressive on that one. Coming up a little slow. Loose in front. Goaltender with a save. Warner still slow to get up. She's going to lumber to the bench. After a hit there, that's going to go all the way down. Jovi's going to knock that one down and prevent the icing. The arm was up. Kiesel puts it ahead too far for Pilarski. They cut off the icing there, Pilarski. Pilarski sends it ahead too far for Kinger. That one will be an icing. 12:08, back the other way. Schilling wants to know if Tana forgot her whoopee. Hold on, Schill. Tana has her whoopee. She's got her whoopee right there, but she's cold. She's cold. She said she's freezing, but she did bring the whoopee. Lindsay needs you to have some hand and body warmers. Tina didn't bring her body warmers and hand warmers yet, which is still early in the year. We don't have our equipment bags loaded yet. Kiesel up the near wall with some space. Throws it across too far for Pilarski. Claherty skates across, leaves it for Pilarski. Pilarski loses it coming through the zone. Kiesel chips it back. Kinger holds it, and they send it back to neutral, where Zivkovic picks it up. Zivkovic tried to get it over to Claherty, couldn't get it through. And the Wildcats send it in. Kanachi directs it to the corner for Claherty. Claherty chips it up the wall. Can't get it to Kinger. Wildcats hold, send it deeper. 11:30. Kiesel battling for it there. She pushes that player, Kinger. Loose in front. They dance in on Kanachi. Can't get the shot off as it goes over to the far corner. That shot blocked by Zivkovic. Claherty with Kinger breaking. Can't get it to her. Claherty falls down. Pilarski picks it up, pushes it out to Kinger, bounces over her stick. They're going to chase it down the near wall. They chip it by Kinger. Claherty comes up with it. Claherty has some room, loses the puck on the toe drag. That just doesn't work anymore. Schuler across. Pilarski can't hold it. They send it in. It looked offsides to me, but they didn't call it. Loose in front. Schuler knocks that to the wall. Out front, still loose out front. Kanachi in position. They can't get a shot off. Here comes Kinger. Kinger with Pilarski and Claherty. Pilarski going to head to the bench. Kinger and Claherty. Kinger down the near wall. Kinger. Bar fight jumped on for Pilarski. Here come the Wildcats up the near wall. They chip it by and out, and Claherty's going to stop, turn, send it back the other way, and head to the bench. That's going to let Makasenka jump on. Stevens comes on. Bar fight battling for it in front of the Wildcats bench. Dahl joins in. Makasenka chips it into the zone and follows it down the wall. Makasenka throws it off the side of the net. It's loose in front. Stevens there can't get a stick on it. They chip it out. Dahl holds. Dahl bouncing puck up high into the corner. Makasenka stops, turns, throws it down low for Stevens. Stevens battling there. Stevens comes out around. Tries the old wraparound. Didn't work. Off the goalie into the near corner. They bank it off the wall, and Schuler holds. Schuler over to Makasenka. Makasenka with a shot. It's loose in front. Goaltender dives and covers it. And with 9:40 to go, we're going to get a draw in the near circle. Marshall and Desai come into the backyard. We're going to leave Barfight, Stevens, and Makasenka up front. Draw in the near circle. Diamond takes that draw, pushes it over. Wildcats out to Marshall. Marshall over to Desai. Desai has a little trouble with it, sends it in deeper. Off Makasenka into the corner, up the wall. They're going to chip it. Desai knocks it down in front of the Wildcats bench. Back to Marshall. Marshall banks it off the wall to Makasenka. Makasenka loses it ahead. Barfight can't quite get there. Stevens whacks at him with a stick. Barfight chasing. Here they come back the other way. They get a shot off Kanachi, directs that to the corner. Shot, Kanachi with another big save. Makasenka picks it up. Makasenka loses the puck to the wall. Marshall going to go chase it down. Marshall stops, turns, looks up. She's going to skate it. She's got room. She loses it. Barfight sends it back the other way. Desai's feet. Marshall's going to pick it up again. 8:45 to go. Marshall skating. Still skating. Loses the puck at the red line. Chips it into the zone. Makasenka's going to head to the bench. They chip it up ahead. Now Stevens should head to the bench. No. She stays. We got Detling. Shot. Desai. Blocked. Kanachi. Kanachi's going to cover that one up. 8:28. We'll get Kiesel and Dahl in the back, Kiesel and Zivi in the backyard. Mrazek, Yenny, and Detling up front. Detling going to step in, take this draw. Dies on the dot. They battle it out to the point. They're going to get a shot there, deflected into the near corner. This one goes around the back. Where the Wildcats pick it up, send it up the wall to the near point. Cut off by Shannon. No, Kiesel. Kiesel with room. Mrazek and Yenny with her. Kiesel into the near corner. Kiesel throws it in front for Yenny. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. So the Wildcats pick it up there. Detling cuts that off. Detling across to Yenny. Yenny, shot, missed everything near side. Over to the far side, Zivkovic chops at it. Zivkovic, now the Wildcats pick it up, come back the other way. Wildcats send it across. Cut off by Kiesel. Kiesel picks it up, throws it in deeper. Off a Wildcats skate. This one goes all the way across. Wildcats up the near wall. Shot. Kanachi deflects that into the far corner. Shot. Hit the side of the net. Kanachi didn't even see that one as Kiesel put it around behind the backside. 7:28 to go. Kiesel looks up. Hits Mrazek, who can't handle it. Comes back the other way. Dahl chips it ahead. Wildcats send it up. They got room. Schuler skates over, separates that player from the puck. Yenny battling at the blue line. They send it in deeper. Schuler going to go chase that down. Dahl around the backside. Dahl chips it ahead, knocked down by a Wildcat. Another Wildcat knocks it down. Warner fell down in front of the top of the zone. Here comes Yenny with it. Yenny tried to put it ahead to Shannon. Shannon tipped it in. Shannon picks it up, over skates it. Now the Wildcats pick it up, come back the other way. Warner gets a stick in there, can't stop it. They skate around Schuler, and there she comes on a break. Dahl with nice defense to get back and separate that player from the puck. Skates by everybody behind the net, picks it up. They chip it low. Schuler going to get there first. Schuler going to go backhand hard around the near wall. Knocked down. Shannon chips it ahead. Here comes Moss. Moss on a break. Moss pushed off the puck. Still skating with it. Moss with a shot. Missed near side. Warner stops, turns. Warner throws it in front for Desai. Desai from her knees throws it deeper. It's loose in front. They chip it out past the red line, and Marshall will recover there with 6:05 on the clock. Marshall chips it ahead to Shannon. Shannon tried to throw it ahead. Nobody there. They battle it up the wall where Warner picks it back up. Warner sends it ahead for Moss. Off Moss's stick to Shannon. Shannon can't hold it. Moss picks it up, sends it to Shannon. Shannon can't hold it again. Wildcats back the other way. A little sloppy right now. Wildcats throw it. Knocked down by Desai. Marshall picks it up. Marshall stops, turns behind Kanachi. Up the near wall. Loses it there, but Moss should get a stick on it. No, Wildcats. Wildcats hold, throw it across to the far wall. Desai pressure. Warner pressure. Now Moss will pick it up. Moss has Claherty breaking. Hits Claherty off the bench. Claherty, one to beat. Can't get it through her legs. They backhand it, and they cannot hold it. Kiesel steps up, knocks the puck down. Here they come the other way. Kiesel down the far wall with Claherty streaking to the net. Clint Kiesel hits Claherty. Claherty bangs it in on a beautiful pass from Grace Kiesel. And it's 5-0. Kiesel throws it in front for Clardy. Clardy bangs it home. And it's 5-0. Beautiful pass from Kiesel. Kiesel took it down the far side, laid it out front for Clardy, who banged it home. And it's 5-0. Kiesel chips it ahead behind stripes. Zivkovic now chips it. Zivkovic can't hit Clardy. They chip it out. Kiesel picks it up at the red line. They stop. They turn. Kiesel kicks it. Kiesel still at her feet. Still battling. Chips it back to neutral to Clardy. Clardy can't handle it out back to the Wildcats. Wildcats up the far wall. They chip it in. Kiesel again clears. Cleans up, rather. Now she clears up ahead. Kinger tipped it. They're going to call no icing. She was behind the red line again. I don't know. Stripes not paying too much attention here. Here comes the puck up the far wall. Zivkovic holds. Zivkovic tries to throw it in front. Bouncing puck. Clardy to the near corner. Clardy picks it up there. Tried to throw it in front for Kinger. Couldn't get it through. Kinger gets pulled down skating through. Pilarski leaves it, and the Wildcats clear it back the other way. Kiesel. Kanachi going to step over, prevent the icing. Kiesel stops, turns, picks it up in the near corner. Kiesel. Up for Clardy, who can't handle it. Pilarski picks it up. Pilarski skating, chips it lower. It's loose, low. Kinger. Kinger leaves it for Pilarski. Wildcats chip it back the other way. Schuler on the point as Pilarski gets pulled down. We're getting a call here on the Wildcats. And we're going to go back on the Powerball power play. We're going to send out Shannon, Makasenka, Detling with Zivkovic and Desai for this power play. This must be power play 2. Give these girls a chance. Shannon going to step in on this draw. Stripes is waiting on something. Oh, he's waiting on the scorekeeper to put the penalty on the board. Waiting on the scorekeeper here. There we go. We got it. Now we're ready to go. Draw out the Zivkovic shot. Missed the net by an area code there to the left. And Wildcats are going to chip it around behind. Shannon cut it out front to Makasenka. Makasenka can't settle it down. Sends it back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic low. Off the wall in behind the net. And they bounce it up ahead, and they cannot clear it out. Now, Makasenka in front. Makasenka rips it off the goaltender up high into the protective netting. And we're going to get a stoppage with 3:24. I'll get the clock back in line. Should be going to the far circle for this one. Shannon. Shannon across. Regroups. Picks it up in the corner. Looks like Detling out here with Makasenka and Shannon. Put it in the near corner. Wildcat down in front. Zivkovic. Zivkovic shoots. This one goes off the goaltender. She's going to cover that one up. With 3:07. Back into the near corner. Here's Shannon, Makasenka, and Detling. Desai and Zivy at the points. They leave this one for Detling. Shannon battling in front. Desai chips it. Now Zivkovic. Zivkovic stops, turns. Throws it up the wall. Can't get it in deeper. Now Zivkovic will get it in deeper. 30 seconds to go in the penalty. They're going to ice it, which is legal this year under the new rules. Desai. Desai picks it up, sends it up to Makasenka. Makasenka. Makasenka bangs it ahead to Detling. Detling with Shannon. Detling over to the far side. Detling still dancing. Drops it back to Zivkovic. Zivkovic throws it. Loose in front. Detling got a tip on it, but hit the side of the net on the far side. And it goes around back. Pilarski out now. Here comes Pilarski skating through. Pilarski regrouping. Turns. Burst to speed up the near wall Pilarski. Pilarski comes through, loses the puck. And here they come back the other way. Clardy stops that one. Clardy comes with the puck. Clardy loses the puck on the toe drag. And now they come back through neutral. We got Clardy, Kinger, and Pilarski out here. Power play over. Dull and Schuler in the backyard. Dull sends it across. Stripes in the way. Wildcats pick it up. Kanachi says no. Catches it in the glove with 1:51, third period. 5-0 selects. 2 from Pilarski, 2 from Kinger, 1 from Clardy. That gets us to 5. As Pilarski's going to step in and take this draw. They chip it around behind. Marshall up. Oh, they were trying to break there. That hit the ceiling, and they're going to blow a whistle. They were trying to breakout play there on the faceoff, and it got around, but a Wildcat got a stick on it. Knocked it down. Let's see if they try it again. Somebody's breaking hard. I think it's Kinger up that right-hand side. See if she goes again. She does. Puck goes around the back. They got Kinger breaking. Pilarski throws it up to Claherty. Too far. Claherty can't handle it. Now Marshall picks it back up. Marshall with space. Marshall skates in with space. Marshall shot. Rebound. Nobody there. Over to the far side. Desai throws it in front all the way through the goal mouth to the near wall. Minute 23 to go. They send it up the wall. Marshall can't hold. It's going to go all the way down. They wave it off. Pilarski will pick it up behind Canacci. Pilarski throws it up off Claherty's stick. It goes all the way down. They wave this one off. And over to the near point, Marshall. Marshall whips one just over the crossbar to the far side. And they send it across to these Wildcats, and Marshall's going to pick this up. Marshall's going to regroup. With 52 seconds to go, Marshall sends it in deeper. Here come the Wildcats as Claherty lost the stick. Now Kinger. Kinger had to wait for Claherty to get out of the zone. Kinger gets tripped up. She's offsides on herself. Bar fight now out there. Loses the puck, and here come the Wildcats back the other way with 29 to go. Kinger jumps on the bench. Makasenka comes out. Claherty comes off. Stevens comes out. Bar fight into the corner. Battling. Player falls down. Makasenka leaves it in front for Stevens. Stevens can't handle it. Is that player in the back? I don't know if she twisted a knee or what, but she's awful slow getting up. Loose in front. Beating, banging, chipping. Wildcats pick it up there. And here they come up the near side. 3-2-1. And Canacci throws a shutout. 5-0 in the early morning game. Your Steel City Selects beat these New England Wildcats. 5-0 on 2 from Pilarski, 2 from Kinger, and 1 from Claherty. Back to the hotel breakfast, and we are back in action later this afternoon. As always, thanks for being here. I'll bring you the handshake. Get over the YouTube delay, and we will see you this evening for the Rhode Island Sting. Have a good Saturday.